This is Wholehearted, and we are on day 10 of this challenge. Today I'm going to be speaking about the long way around. Let's have a look at a scripture in Mark 5, verse 21 to 43. I'm going to skip through a little bit because of time, but you can read the whole scripture. It's Mark 5, 21 to 43 in your own time. Let's have a look. Mark 5, 21 to 25 in the New Living Translation says, Jesus got into the boat again and went back to the other side of the lake, where a large crowd gathered around him on the shore. Then a leader of the local synagogue, whose name was Jairus, arrived. When he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet, pleading fervently with him. "My little daughter is dying," he said. "Please come and lay your hands on her. Heal her so that she can live." Jesus went with him, and all the people followed, crowding around him. A woman in the crowd had suffered for 12 years with constant bleeding. Okay, let's just back up here, and then we're going to pick it up in verse 35. But we can see here that Jairus, he is a synagogue leader. He's very well respected in the community. And he goes to Jesus and he says that his daughter is dying. His 12-year-old daughter is busy dying. So he pleads with Jesus. He falls at his feet and he says, you got to come and heal my daughter. So Jesus immediately gets up and he is off. And in Jazan's version, he's off and he's going and he's on the way to go to Jairus' daughter, who's 12 years old, who's not well and is busy dying. And then anyway, on the way, we see that then it comes the story with the woman with the issue of blood, how she reached out, touched the hem of his garment, and Jesus made that whole story. But that's while he's on the way to Jairus' house. Can you imagine? I'm sure Jairus is like, "Okay, Jesus, I know that you want to heal this woman. I know that, but time is of the essence right here because my daughter is busy dying. Can you just move it up here?" And Jesus is like, "No, I have time for this other woman, the woman with the issue of blood who's been bleeding for 12 years," and stops. And that whole story begins. And then let's pick it up in verse 35 to 43 in the New Living Translation. It says, now this is after the woman with the issue of blood was made whole, was healed for 12 years of bleeding. But that's literally while he's on the way to Jairus' house, where his daughter is not very well, who's busy dying. And then we pick it up. It says, while he was still speaking to her, messengers arrived from the home of Jairus, the leader of the synagogue, and they told him, "Your daughter is dead. There's no use troubling the teacher now." Can you imagine? Don't worry about this anymore, Jairus, because let me just tell you, there's a messenger coming and your daughter, the one that you were trusting to raise up, your daughter is dead. So don't even bother the teacher anymore. It's too late. Your miracle is too late. It's not going to happen. And literally this messenger comes and tells him that it's too late. Your daughter is dead. Literally, Jesus was busy helping somebody else and your daughter has died. Can you imagine what he's thinking? And then it says this, your daughter is dead. There's no use troubling the teacher now. But Jesus, he overhears this. So he overheard them and said to Jairus, "Don't be afraid." I just want to speak that to someone today. Don't be afraid. And then he says, "Just have faith." Then Jesus stopped the crowd and wouldn't let anyone go with him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. And when they had come to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw much commotion and weeping and wailing. And then it goes on, he went inside and asked, "Why all this commotion and weeping? The child isn't dead. She's only asleep." And the crowd laughed at him. But he made them all leave, and he took the girl's father and mother and his 3 disciples into the room where the girl was lying. Holding her hand, he said to her, "Talita kum," which means, "Little girl, get up." And the girl, who was 12 years old, immediately stood up and walked around. They were overwhelmed and totally amazed. And Jesus gave them strict orders not to tell anyone what had happened. And then he told them to give her something to eat. What am I trying to say today? This is a long story, and if you want to read it, please do. Remember, it's in Mark 5, verse 21 to 43. I'm speaking about the long way around. Sometimes in life, it feels like you're going on the long way around. And just like Jairus, it's literally like he went on the long way around. He calls Jesus. He thinks Jesus is going to rush over. He stops. He heals this other woman. In the meantime, his daughter has literally died. It feels like the long way around, but even in the long way around, there's miracles that happen. Even in the long way around, God begins to do something on the inside of you that could never be formed on the inside of you if you had gone on the shortcut. So my encouragement to you today, if it feels like you're going on this long way around, you're like, Lord, this is the long way around. My encouragement is this: keep going. Though there's a miracle in the long way around. Not only that, is that there's things being formed on the inside of you, characters being formed on the inside of you, your faith is being developed, your endurance has a chance to grow. All of that happens on the long way around. So don't resist the long way around. Embrace it. Embrace the process, because God sure has your number and he knows your story. And let me tell you, he has not forgotten about you. Until tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you very much. Don't despise the long way around, because God is working a miracle on your behalf, and he's working on the inside of you. Things on the inside of you that would never else be developed if you were going on the shortcut route. So until tomorrow, I love you. Bye-bye.